that video from yesterday. That means you have to stay focused. Yeah, there was supposed to be a video yesterday, but it didn't happen.
It was hidden.
So fast track.
Yeah, it just walked away.
Okay.
We have to take a quiz if we watch the video.
There's, well, hopefully, well, today we're going to be watching little tiny video clips, so hopefully this will let your crystals. Okay, so but we're going to have some fun today. How many of you have had those days where you have like this perfect plan and then everything just kind of goes haywire? Yeah, today is one of those things. Okay. But hopefully it goes smooth for second period. I have a great example. When I was 10 years old, my little brother was 8, and my little sister was like 3. And my mom comes up to us and she says to us, "Hey, do you guys want a dog? Or do you guys want another little baby brother?" And being 10 years old, 8 years old, 5 years old, we're like, "We want a dog. We so want a dog." And we had like already decided like what breed it would be, what we were gonna name it, we were gonna put a litter box, like what we're already like making little toys and drawing pictures, like 10, 8-year-olds do for the dog. And then the next day, our mom comes to us with this little sad face. She says, "Guys, I'm sorry, but we're not going to get a dog. You were going to get a little brother." And we were heartbroken. We were absolutely heartbroken as a 10 and 8-year-old and 5-year-old. However, my little brother then, my 4th little brother, my 2nd little brother, he is absolutely amazing. He plays fetch better than anyone. If I need flour downstairs, I can say, "Hey Ben, go and grab me some flour from downstairs." Or if he's like hungry, he can go feed himself. And if he makes a mess, I can say, "Hey Ben, go clean that up." And guess what? He cleans it up. It's so nice. So, that is a wonderful example of irony. So for our grammar number 7 today, we're going to be talking about irony. Mrs. Banks, would you forward? Fabulous. So I would like you all to write this in your journal. So you have this to have and hold, that notebook of yours that. So when something expected turns out to be the opposite, and normally irony is something very funny. Okay? I'll give you one right now. Okay? We have 3 different kinds of irony. First one is a situational irony. Just like my story with my family, that was situational irony. It was dramatic irony is when somebody knows something that somebody doesn't. But the one that we're going to focus on today is something called verbal irony. When somebody says something, but they mean something completely different. All right? So we're going to watch a little clip. How many of you love or know of Studio C? I do. Good hand? Awesome. So paramedic. Great.
What could go wrong?
No,
It just...
this one. This one. Let's see this. No.
Do you need me to blank the screen for you?
Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. I want you to pay attention about what they say about irony.
Natalie, isn't it literally ironic how we run into each other every day?
Good sir.
Allow me to define ironic for you, fellow. There's verbal irony, dramatic irony, and situational irony, which is the one you speak of. That's the incongruity of the actual sequence of events and the normal or expected outcome of the sequence of events. So when you say that running into your friend every day is ironic, it's not ironic, it's just interesting. Irony taught.
What? Who are you?
I'm Captain Irony, here to educate the masses on the use of the word irony. Hipsters, look. I have always wanted to know how to use the word irony. I never really met anybody that...
Wait, so you don't even have the power to restore balance, and your catchphrase is irony taught? A captain without superpowers. Now that's ironic.
No, it's not, believe me.
Ironically, sometimes I think it'd be nice to not have powers.
Did you just hear yourself? You just put the word ironically in front of a totally unrelated sentence. That's like saying, ironically, the ocean is neat.
You know what's ironic? A captain who's a woman. Am I right?
Oh, that's so funny to me.
Really?
No, I was being ironic. Irony taught.
Well,
Okay, that was a lot of information thrown at you at once. I'm going to pair you up, or group you into 3. I want you to talk about what you learned about irony from this clip. So, you guys, everybody, look to the person next to you. You 3, would you mind being a group in the back? Okay, you guys, smoosh, and you guys. Like talk to your neighbor about what you learned from the test about irony. In 30 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Bring it back here, guys. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's see. What is it? Caden?
Yes.
Caden, what did you learn about irony from the little bit? So there has to be some sort of situation in which irony is funny. All right. What else? Yes.
I can't really tell what you meant by the opposite. Like, she's like, he says like the captain, she's like, I want to be the captain. And she's like, he said yes, and you believed her. And then he's like, really? And she's like, no. And then like, it's just like, total opposite. Like, what?
Yeah, that's exactly what it means.
So
Excellent
weird.
job. It is weird, but we're going to do some practicing with it. So, exactly, I'm sorry, your name is? Dylan. Exactly like Dylan said, verbal irony, or what people say or write, they say it, but they mean something entirely different. So we're going to practice now. We're going to watch another fabulous clip, but at the same time, we are going to write a little T-chart. So verbal irony is different than just regular irony because we're focusing on something that people says, somebody says. So I want you all in your notebook to write in your notebook a T-chart right here, okay? Right underneath your irony. This will be your brainstorm. On one line, you're going to put on what people say, and on the other T-chart, you're going to write what other people mean. Because verbal irony, people say something, but they totally mean something different. The complete opposite, in fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to be watching a bunch of Christmas clips, what we call Christmas cards from Studio C as well. And we're going to pause after each one. I want you guys to focus on, okay, what are they saying, and do they really mean it? Oh, of course. No sleeping.
Hey neighbors! We're so excited to see new faces. If you ever need anything, we're right next door.
Oh, and real quick, no big deal, but we noticed you don't leave your porch light on, and we were hoping you might do that. Just because we have a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and we try to keep things nice and safe so they can play at night. Like I said, no big deal if you forget. I'll just leave a little post-it note to remind you. Just want to make you aware.
Season's greetings, the Hartfords.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Does Mr. Hartford, the guy, does he mean what he says? For the middle part? Yes, no, nod your head if you mean yes. Shake your head if you said no. No? Yeah, I'm seeing some roundabouts, okay. Well, what about Mrs. Hartford? Mrs. Hartford. Does she mean what she says when she's like, ah, no big deal, but you need to keep going like that? No. No, what does she mean when she says, ah, no big deal? It's a huge deal. Like, why would she be writing it in her Christmas card if it wasn't a huge deal? So in your say column, right, like, no big deal. No big deal. But what she actually means is, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to keep your porch light on, okay? We're getting kind of the feel of it. Any questions so far about verbal irony? Okay. Next slide. Next Christmas card. Here we go.
Hi, Hartfords. Thanks so much for the warm welcome. By the way, the cookies were delicious.
Carol, be sure to leave that porch light on for you. I noticed that most of those kids playing out there are yours. I actually saw the youngest one eating dirt the other day, and I thought, so cute. You must be so proud. Merry Christmas, love the Joneses.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When Mrs. Jones says, Ah, that's so cute. Does she really mean it? Mm-mm. Number 2. It's so cute. It's so cute. What does she mean? Does she mean it's like horrifically horrendous, like I'm gonna barf my face off? Or is it more just like kind of an annoyance kind of a thing? It's an annoying thing. All right. So that's one thing about verbal irony. There are different levels of it, and those are just mild ones. Okay? So just mild ones. So it's so cute. It's like it's so annoying. All right. Next one, please, Mrs. Banks.
Hi, Joneses. Hard to believe it's already been a year. Seems just like yesterday you moved in.
Jennifer, thank you for all of the makeover tips you've given me. You really have shared a lot of advice about improving my appearance.
We hope you enjoy the baked goods we left you. Carol really outdid herself this year.
And thanks for the ones you left us. Oh, that's right, you didn't send any. Oh, JK. We know Jennifer's really busy with the blog and her cat, and we have 6 kids, but oh well.
We love having you as neighbors. Looking forward to the new year.
Oh, and just a friendly reminder about that porch light. We know it's easy to forget, but, you know, kids and safety, it's important. Maybe you just haven't been seeing the Post-it notes I've been leaving.
All our love, the Heartbirds.
Okay. All right, there are several great examples of verbal irony in that one. Can someone give me an example? Yes?
The like improving her appearance thing.
Yes. Yes. Excellent. One more. Excellent. She's like, ah, I know you've given me a lot of tips. Thank you. Thank you. All right, that's a good one. That's another one. Yes, Corbin? I know it's easy to forget. After 2 years worth of Christmas cards, sticky notes, and who knows what else she's done to remind her. Exactly. So, in our next one, so you could either write the thank you one, or you could write what Corbin's did, or I know it's easy to forget. Just for brevity's sake, I'm just going to write thank you here. Like, thank you for the makeup tips. She means like, I really didn't want them. All right. Next one, Mrs. Banks.
Hey, Heartbirds. You two are the best. Thanks again for those cookies.
Carol, you were just the sweetest. I'm sure no one would accomplish anything in this neighborhood if you weren't there to tell them what to do and how to do it all the time. And those Post-its are great. You must be keeping that company in business. They must, like, really love you. That's great.
We gotta have you two over for dinner sometime. Maybe New Year's?
Yeah, Carol can cook and I can help take care of that small army you have for a family. Didn't the oldest one graduate this year? Oh, or was he the one who dropped out to start a ska band? Oh my goodness, I hope not. I would feel awful for bringing that up.
All our love, the Joneses.
All right there. All right, last. We've got one more after this. Yes.
Where she said I would feel awful for bringing this up.
Exactly. Great job. Great job. Say, I would feel awful. Awful. There we go. And then we've got, like, she says, really means, I don't feel bad at all. Okay, I'd like you to pay, this is the last one, and I want you to pay special attention. Ask yourselves, is this really dramatic irony or not? Okay? One more, Mrs. Banks.
Well, another year has passed and...
Yet you still forget to turn on that stupid porch light! Trained monkeys could do that! Even untrained monkeys might accidentally
hope this Christmas fills you with
Since your
happiness.
life is empty, hate the Hartfords.
All right, pause it right there. Was that an example of verbal irony? Turn to your partner and talk about it. You guys have 30 seconds.
No. We should just watch the rest.
If we have time at the end, we will. Okay? All right. How many of you say it's, yes, that was verbal irony? No one says it's verbal irony? How many of you say it is? Raise your hand. Be bold. And okay, but I heard everybody say no. Okay. So why is it? Why is it not? So, my friend here. Why is that not verbal irony about the monkey comment? She's stating her mind. She doesn't mean she honestly believes. Exactly, thank you. She honestly believes that another monkey could do it more effectively than her. All right. Okay, so we're going to be putting this into practice now. So would you put that back to our slide, Jordan? Yes. Okay, another form of verbal irony that you guys know, that I think you guys know, are memes. Here are a few examples of it. This is what they call the condescending welcome meme, and there's a pattern with every single one of them. Every one of them starts with a question. It's like, oh, you know how to make a meme. But this one says, you must be really into the world. Can you just feel like the sarcasm dripping off of that? All right. What about this one? You know all the guns in Call of Duty? You must be quite the weapons expert. Okay? So now that we've already explored what it is, what they say, and what they mean, I want you to all think of a time in your life when you said something sarcastic, okay? Which is a verb of home iris. Some of you, that's every day, and some of you, that was probably last week. I know you guys as well. But I want you to think of a time you were very sarcastic. And I want you to make your own meme, okay? Think of yourself in that sentence. Start with a question, write a square. I want you to all write a square in your notebooks. I want you to write a question on top and a verbally ironic statement on the bottom, okay? You guys have 1 minute. Oh, and be sure to make these nice. We will be sharing them after the event is over.
Oh.
More seconds. Got some good meetings going on. All right, here we go. All right, would anybody volunteer their meme? As long as it's a good one, okay? Yes?
I stole it from someone.
Okay, as long as you write a verbally ironic meme, you're welcome to share it.
I had fun once. It was awful.
So it's a little different there. He had two statements, but he was saying, I had fun once. And it's like, everybody thinks like, oh, great, like, how did you have fun? And then he goes and counts theirs, and he says, but it was awful. Does that make sense? All right, Corbin.
This morning, Mr. asked me if we have cereal. So this morning, my little sister asked me if we have cereal. I said no. You saw Mom pick some up last night for the other children she raises.
Okay, excellently done. Excellently done. Would you mind sharing yours with us? Please. It's okay.
You know how to talk to a dog, you must be a dog whisperer.
Well done. Well done, everyone. Okay. I can see you guys are grasping like the verbal irony. All right? So we're going to switch gears just a little bit. I'm going to put you guys, we're going to come back to the idea of being ironic and using our voices to show that we're ironic. But before that, we are going to put, I'm going to put you in groups of 3 to 4, okay?
Go ahead, journal.
Yes, oh, I'm so sorry. Everyone, put your journals and pass them back.
Hi, friend.
How beautifully organized this
All right, so while you guys are coming back and putting away your journals, I want everyone's name on the article. And then once everybody's name is on the article, I want you to make your funniest faces at me so I know you guys are ready to keep going. Okay? Funnier the better. Yes. Alright, do I see any funny faces? Alright, nice to see some funny faces here. Write your names. I want everyone's names on the paper through the group. Okay? Everyone's names. And then I want to see some funny faces then. I like that one. I like that one. Excellent. Excellent. I like that one. That is a little creepy though. We're done. We're done. I like that one. I like that one very much. Any funny faces over here? Oh, okay. Just woke up. I'm trying to survive English class. Yes, that's fine. There's Beyond. I've got Beyond. Alright. Awesome. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, you have 5 minutes. You are going to pass the article around and you are going to read a paragraph per person and just keep passing it around your group until it's all the way done, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through and listen to each one of your groups. Make sure, if you guys see what kind of tones of voices you use. Also, I'm going to be assigning you a paragraph per group. Then once you're done reading all the article, you're going to come back and you're going to become the experts on that paragraph. And to prove that you guys are experts on that paragraph, I want you to write a single sentence that you're going to read to the class about that paragraph. Okay? You have 5 minutes. Your mark, set, go.
I feel the wind on your head.
I knew it was supposed to come
Part of it that instead of making music at home, we listen to recording of professional musicians. When people talk about books they read, they're often talking about the quality of the who are usually professionals. The way we listen to books has been desocializing, stripped of content, which has the solitary nature of being extremely
A great deal of attention, both for
I just read that one.
No one understood this better than John Austin, one of the late critics of Mansfield Park. One of the late turning points of Mansfield Park comes when Henry Crawford fixed a volume of Shakespeare, which had the air of being very and begins to read aloud. He's a young workman, cousin, friend Christ. Finally discovers in Crawford's reading a variety of books beyond what she had ever heard before, and yet his ability to do every part with equal humor is a clear sign of goodness. It's not entirely the friend of his superficial.
Reading loud, read your book,
all right, here you go.
Poetry reading aloud has never really died out. St. Robert Kinsman's was essential pleasures of a new mythology of poems to read aloud.
You guys have one more minute.
Make the argument that reading silently is an economic violence. The sign of posterity beginning in the early 19th century and cheapness of books. The same argument applies to listening to books on your iPhone. But what I would do is that I reading impoverished, and unless we are taking the time to read aloud.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to me. Excellent.
job. I can tell you guys were reading aloud. You did some great, you guys have been doing a great job. Since we're running out of time a little, I'm just going to pick a few of you to read your sentences, okay? All right. First group, right here. What was your paragraph? Which paragraph did you have?
Second one.
All right. So 5 sentences. Okay. Okay, why don't you just like 30 seconds? Please do that. I'll call somebody else. This group here. I know you guys have a fabulous sentence. What was your? You had the third paragraph. What was your sentence on?
E-reader books are just as convenient as portable music.
Exactly. How many of you have e-readers at home? You do? You have e-readers at home?
My phone does.
Your phone has an e-reader? Okay, awesome. Are those easier than books? Do you agree? Do you agree? Okay, awesome. Why do you think e-readers are better? Yes?
Because you can listen to someone reading the book while you do other things.
Oh, cool. So e-readers kind of allow you to multitask? Awesome. Yes? Dylan?
Some of them I don't like it because then they read like a robotic voice instead of people.
Yes.
They have to show they have to make it sound like more than pure reading the song.
Like Audible look at they have like real people read it.
Awesome. Yes, excellent. Excellent. So we're talking, the article overall is talking about reading aloud. Some of you were talking about e-readers here. You were talking about reading like Audible, the Audible app. I personally am an Audible junkie. Totally know how it is. Yeah. All right, what about you guys? What sentence did you come up with?
It's very different to read with your lung diaphragm with your tongue and lips. It's very different when reading with your eyes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How many of you, like especially in history or science, read your textbook and I'm like, I get about 20% of this, or I didn't get anything at all? How many of you, raise your hand, be honest. Exactly. How many of you, when you read something out loud, you get a little bit more out of it? Raise your hand. Awesome. Awesome. You actually, study shows that you read about 20%, you understand about 20% of everything you read, about 40% of everything you read out loud. There's some quote somewhere that I will find for you guys next time. But to learn 100%, you have to go out and experience it. So, what another, like we were talking in this quote here, about how you speak, how speaking is actually like a verbal, physical thing. So not just reading, it uses your eyes, just the sense of your eyes. But by speaking, you don't realize how complex that is. When you speak to someone, you're breathing deep. Your tone is going up and down. Isn't that creepy? And speaking is actually an art. Keeping the attention of people is an art. Keeping them focused, making sure that they understand and they really know what you're talking about. It's an art. So, we are going to be practicing for when we start reading Anne and Diary of Anne Frank. Okay? Mrs. Hanks, would you progress on your side? Oh, we don't have time for this. We're moving on. Okay. Oh, where'd it go?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. Only back to next time. Pass those up to the front. I apologize.
Okay.
Thanks, Corbin.
Yeah. Do I get half credit on them? Because
An absent on it. Oh, that's Jericho?